Alright. Let's just get this crap over with, shall we? Welcome to my Bubsy 2 Let's Play. Does this really need an introduction? This is a bad game, but you know what? This is a really quick run. It's only 15 minutes long, and originally I wanted to do it on hard mode, but my boyfriend was entirely against it because that would take a little bit more effort than anyone sane should be willing to put into it. So I dragged him along, and I mean, I agree with the sentiment. Nobody should be playing this, or let alone wasting time on it. So I'm going to play it on easy, and I'm going to have him be player 2 so he can help me. And when I say help, I mean he's going to just be pressing a button and pretending to play. But he will be clearing some enemies for me just to make this run quicker than normal. This is actually the 2-player mode, which you play as one of Bubsy's, I don't remember what they are. They were in the comic if you bothered to read the instruction manual. Again, it had a colored instruction manual, and I think it's his cousin or something. Like, I don't know. I actually could have like put a little bit of effort into, you know, opening my game and reading the manual again and telling you who this character is. But you know what? I'm not going to do that because I don't care. And neither should you. He's related to Bubsy somehow. And yeah, here's a great thing about this game, are these mandatory minigames they're terrible. They're terrible because you can win extra lives. Which means that would make it so that you're going to be playing the game longer by getting extra lives. But no, seriously, what's bad about these is that sometimes they're mandatory. If you need to, you know, go into a door so you can go to a different part of the level. They're mandatory, and you're stuck in here for a minute. The only good thing I can say about this is the little star guy, he kind of reacts. Let me see if I'm going to go for him right now. Yes, he kind of reacts when the frog lands on him. I mean, I think that's a cute little detail, but otherwise, like, this is just, it's not fun. I don't need extra lives. And it shouldn't be mandatory. These aren't fun special stages. At least, like, I like how Sonic handled it. You can easily exit the special stage by, you know, collecting the red spear or failing it. But no, here you're stuck in it for a minute and it's mandatory. And then you have to go through this stuff. It's not fun, but I mean, I haven't even touched the surface of what the problems this game has. It looks bad. It plays bad. In fact, when I picked up the controller, I mean, I remember it doesn't handle as well as Bubsy, but one of the first things I said was, wow, I don't remember the game handling this bad. This is really bad and jittery. The frame rate is garbage. It just feels really stuttery to me. And the sound effects are just really bad. Your jumping noise is just, it's strange. I don't like how it sounds. And the music is schizophrenic. I guess it's trying to be dynamic by changing, you know, based on like what area of the level. Like I don't know what the algorithm is for changing the music, but it just doesn't work. I know some modern games do it, kind of like Wind Waker or Ocarina of Time, the Zelda game. It springs to mind, like when you get into a battle, the music changes, but there really is no reason for the music to be so sporadic in this game, and it just sounds bad. It's obnoxious. My boyfriend, he said at one point, he said, okay, I'm gonna just press the shoot button randomly to pretend that I'm actually playing. Because he was like falling asleep on the controller. Gosh. There's really only 5 levels to this game. And yes, that penguin was pooping. And great enemy. Running out of ideas. Penguin pooping. But yeah, so this game only has 5 levels, and if you are masochistic enough, you can play the medium and hard difficulties. And then basically it's like a Mario Maker kind of deal. Like a 3-year-old just slap down random stuff everywhere for no rhyme or reason. Like, none of these levels have any cohesion. It's terrible. You spend most of the time figuring out where the hell you are. Because, like, right now, I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I'm lost. I am completely lost. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. And you spend most of the time just figuring out where to go next. That's the biggest problem that this game has. And I looked at a tool-assisted speedrun, and when you actually know where you're supposed to go, this game is actually really short. This playthrough was very quick, because it's only 5 levels, and I did that because I don't feel it's necessary to do easy, medium, and hard, aka the Grand Tour, all the levels in the game. I think that would be like 15 levels. If you've seen 5, you've seen them all. There's no reason, and even to add salt to the wound, the ending doesn't change. You get the same ending if you play on easy, medium, or hard. You fight Oinker P. Ham, or whatever the hell his name is, and then you get an ending. And my god, the ending is so half-assed. And it's like, what's the point? Is someone actually going to want to go through and play all 15 levels? You don't even get a different ending. Oh, and even though it says player 2, I am playing Bubsy the entire time. My boyfriend actually, he refused to play as Bubsy, and I don't blame him. It's bad enough that I dragged him along to this. So what we did was we swapped controllers, so he was always, he's always going to be the little sidekick. Again, this is another one of Bubsy's relatives. I don't know the name, and I don't care, and neither should you. So I'm still playing as Bubsy. But there's a lot of reused assets in this game. I guess one of the changes they made is sometimes Bubsy will, like, he'll flip when he's gliding, if you saw that earlier. And, I mean, this is just so uninspired. It's so generic, it's so soulless, it's not impressive at all, and it really is a step backwards from Bubsy 1. It's trash. This game is trashed. And I try to be fair, you know, I even said some nice things about Bubsy 1, but this game, no. It is a step backwards. Actually, it's more than a step backwards, it's a leap backwards. And, like, look at these enemies. You got a pig that's just walking back and forth. There's just no soul. Like, this is such a half-assed game. And it handles really poorly, too. Yeah, sure, you can actually take damage in here, but who cares? The game, overall, is just, it's junk. It's too little too late. The problem is, they should have had the hit point system in the first game when it actually would have been more decent. And yeah, you can buy power-ups, but I mean, I don't bother in this run, because I'm playing on easy. It's not necessary. I think the Super Nintendo version of this game is a little bit harder. I think the items cost a little bit more, and enemies actually take more damage. Now these levels right here, these are terrible. The music levels, very generic. And as far as, I can think of 2 other games I did music levels. Ristar did music levels, and Sparkster for the Super Nintendo did music levels, and they were much better than this. I mean, what the hell is this? Like some door with teeth? And oh look, great, another mandatory bonus stage that I don't want to be playing. So we're stuck here for another minute, and there's nothing I can do about it. I was a little bored, so you can actually, what I just did, yeah, you can launch the frog and you'll bounce off the side. Because I don't need extra lives. I don't want extra lives, but I'm stuck doing this. Oh gosh. Another funny thing about the ending is it doesn't even have credits. Like, the ending is so short and pointless, and it's the same. It doesn't matter if you play through all 15 levels or you only play through 5 levels, which I'm doing. You get the same ending. And there's no credits. But you know what? That makes sense. Maybe these people were ashamed. However, you can view the credits. You can see the people who are responsible for this monstrosity under options. And that makes sense. Because, you know, they probably thought, who's going to finish this game? Who's going to want to finish this game? Probably no one. So let's just slap down the credits and the options so maybe someone will actually look at it. Because someone who picks up this game, they're like, this game sucks. Maybe I can make it more fun in options. Oh, there's credits. Maybe that was the logic of the developers. I don't know. I mentioned if you watched my Bubsy 1 Let's Play. I called it the Bubsy 2 Syndrome. What is the Bubsy 2 Syndrome? The Bubsy 2 Syndrome is when you have just all these set pieces everywhere, and the level design just has no cohesion, and they reuse the levels constantly. You know, if you were to do the Grand Tour, you play essentially the same levels with just different layout. And you can't really tell where you are because everything looks the same, and you feel like you're playing the same level over and over, because in a way you are. That's the Bubsy 2 syndrome. That's the worst problem this game has, is that these levels just don't have any thought to them. I guess they were going for some kind of maze, but it's not fun, it's piss poor. You're lost, and nothing makes sense. And yeah, that was a continue. Remember when my boyfriend snagged that continue, he's like, oh no, I gotta continue. And I'm like, look, I have 17 lives, I don't think I'm gonna die 17 times. And if I do, I'm clearly not worthy for this world. And here is more pointless scoring. I don't think score does anything. I don't think you don't get extra lives or anything. I guess at the end, it'll say, you know, what your score is. You know, because someone's actually gonna, you know, get the manual and be like, oh my god, I beat the game. I'm gonna write down my high score. I'm the shit. I'm so awesome. No, no one's gonna do that. And here is the shoot 'em up. I use that term extremely lightly. Bubsy shoot 'em up. It's pretty much you hold right, and then you're gonna hold left, and then hey, guess what? You beat the level. And there's some dumb puns. That thing that I picked up, it's a smart bomb. It's a bomb that has a graduate hat on it. Ugh. But like, look how ugly this is. Look at the background. It looks terrible. It just... It's all washed out, and even the Super Nintendo version looks bad. This game was half-assed. And then Bubsy 3D comes out, and it's like, RIP. Rest in peace, Bubsy. Of course, he's coming up with a new game this Halloween. And hopefully it'll be good, but like, this was the level. I mean, I know it's easy mode, but come on. That's how a lot of these levels are. You just go right and then you'll go left. But since this is easy mode, I only had to hold right. We're 4/5 complete of this game. Already. And I'm okay with that. And if someone is upset that I'm not playing through the whole game, that's too damn bad. Because I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to suffer through it. And I drag my boyfriend along because he can shoot and he can clear some enemies and he can make it slightly less painful for me to play. And I'm okay with that. I mean, how many Let's Plays of Bubsy 2 are co-op? You can do a pointless feature is you can have, I think they call it the feisty mode, when instead of shooting enemies, the character, or Bubsy's cousin or whatever, inbred friend, I don't know, you can jump or drop pies on Bubsy and try to trip him so he'll run into an enemy. Now obviously I'm not going to do that because it would make it more difficult for me to beat this game, which would result in me suffering longer. But this stage is probably one of the worst on the higher difficulties, because I'm constantly running into shit. And those are instant death spikes right there. And it can just be so frustrating. Maybe it was someone who was drunk that was, you know, doing the item and enemy placement. Just, you know, drop things all over the place. Because you know what? The funny thing is, after playing this game, I feel drunk too. I feel like I have a hangover. And the boss door is already open. And it's like, okay, well, I got stuff. I might as well buy it on stuff that I don't need. I mean, I can go and explain what those things do. You got the little submarine or scuba diver thing that you can go in bodies of water for bonus stages. And then you have the Nerf gun. Yes, they actually had Nerf sponsor this game. Complete with the little trademark thing if you read the manual. Yeah, that's definitely going to make me want to go out and buy a Nerf gun because I saw it in a Bubsy game. And then you had the little, I don't know what it's called, the black hole that you can exit the level if you're just so stuck. And like, I'm so lazy. It's like, well, apparently I keep taking damage. No, I'm gonna just keep doing the same thing. I don't care. And look, I won. Like, actually play through this game. Yeah, I'm gonna teabag you. Screw this game. I don't care. Beat it without dying. Don't be fooled. Bubsy's actually laughing at the player for wasting time playing this. And this is the ending. This is the ending. I'll show you your score. And then you'll just have a brief little thing of Bubsy dancing and partying, and that's it. Like, that's the ending. That is the ending, and it's the same on all the difficulties. So yeah, that's my Bubsy 2 Let's Play. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry that you watched it. Catch you later. Bye!